Another day, well, another video, because now we actually have something to talk about. So let's get into this. And of course, I forgot. Good morning, good day, or good evening to all Juventini around the world. This is my usual catchphrase when I start every single video. Welcome to Juve Therapy. My name is Roman, and here we go. 66 goals in space of 149 games. 16 assists. Pipita Higuain is finally gone. Some of us will say unfortunately, others will say finally, because it's been a long time coming. But overall, this is actually quite a good record for a player who turned out to the preseason looking overweight and has been mocked for being somewhat chubby, unfortunately by me included. But time has come. Pipita struggled with fitness, personal issues and loan to Chelsea, and Milan didn't help the poor guy, so I wish him luck wherever he decides to play next. My favorite memories with Higuain, well, we all remember his first goal for Juventus against Fiorentina. He was benched for the first game and then he came on from the bench. Just 9 minutes later he scored the 2-1. I remember that goal very well, and then I thought, well, this guy actually can score for Juve as well, not only for Napoli. And it was a great goal too, a typical poacher goal, but important one. And the second one against Napoli, also a 2-1 in the 70th minute. And we all remember when he skinned Manolas for the 1-0 victory against Roma. That was a lovely goal. I do remember that one, a very vital one it turned out to be as well. And then again, almost single-handedly, he sent us to the Coppa Italia final by beating Napoli and scoring 3 goals in space of 2 games, the first leg and of course the return leg. And then we all remember his 2 goals against Monaco in the Champions League semi-finals, which sent us basically to the final of the Champions League. All this in his debut season. So that season was absolutely crazy for Gonzalo, no doubt about it. In his second season, his goals against Spurs in the Champions League, as well as his vital header against Merda in the dying minutes of the game in the round of 35. We all remember that one. It was 3-2 in the end. And that was such a precious goal. I can rewatch this goal a million times. So in the end, unfortunately, he lost his touch, he lost his sharpness, went to Chelsea, Milan. That didn't help, as I said. So in the end, it all went pear-shaped in his last season. So now the time has come to say goodbye. Hasta luego, Pipita. And now we need to choose another number 9, or at least a replacement. And this morning, Giroud suddenly popped up in the social media. Then only a couple of hours later, categorically denied by his agent, thankfully. So we are back basically to square one. Still no news on Luis Suarez. Apparently he will take his Italian exam next week. That's what they said last week. I don't know what's going on, so no news there. And also guys like Dzeko, guys like Moise Kean, and actually Alvaro Morata also are rumored or in the mix as well, but we know nothing as per this very moment. Maybe we'll know something during beginning of the next week, because we need this. We need another guy in attack, no doubt about it. Because right now, Dybala is out for until the middle of October. Kulusevski, Cristiano and Juan Cuadrado are basically the only guys who are ready to start the new season. Otherwise, Douglas Costa is Mr. Glass. Bernardeschi is out injured, possibly will be able to train next week. Yeah, it's all over the place, guys, so we need another body for the attack. Which reminds me about Sami Khedira. What a farce, really, seriously. 33 years old, 145 games, 21 goals, 13 assists. It sounds... Well, it sounds actually not so bad, but remember when he arrived? I think it actually was 5 years ago, so in the space of 5 or 4 seasons, this is not good enough. He started actually his Juve career injured and struggled throughout this first season injured. The 16-17 season was actually his best season for Juventus, fitness-wise. Rarely injured, playing 46 games for the club. Started 17-18 season with another knee injury, but actually managed to play 39 games, scoring 9 goals. 18-19 season was one big visit to J Medical. 17 games in total and only 2 goals, and last season was also dominated by the visits to the J Medical. 18 games and 0 goals, and you'd think that these stats only confirm that this guy is on a decline and needs to be moved. He sits on a high salary, and it was never a good idea to sign him on for a 2-year contract extension at the start of that J Medical season. That extension is hurting us badly right now. So the player is now reluctant to leave and simply intends to stay for the remainder of his contract. Why? Well, guys, he sits on a high salary. He still thinks he can contribute to the team. How? Well, objectively speaking, if fit, and that's a big if, he can provide the valuable experience to the younger generation. You know, the classic. And then he thinks actually his body is healthy enough for the new season. The injury history, however, says otherwise. But my friends, I get him. The club signed him on, and he thinks he's ready. He thinks he's motivated after being on the sidelines for actually, well, mostly for the 2 seasons. So I get the guy. However, if his love for the club is so huge, he needs to leave for the sake of the club. Why? So I'll break it down to you guys. Here is why Khedira should stay. Now here is why Khedira should go. Make room for another fresh midfield with lower salary. No need for more fans, if he even has any, to turn on him. Please, Sami, and this is speaking to you as a friend. You don't know me, but I'm speaking to you as a fan of the club, and I wish the best for the club. And well, you sound like a nice guy, so I'll tell this to you. Play at a lower level, please, to keep your body healthy. No need to battle against the tanks in Serie A, when you can have fun with the boys at Inter Miami. And another injury will leave Juve a midfielder short again. For the Champions League season, for the Coppa Italia, for the Serie A season, for the season as a whole. So Pirlo needs all the men he can rely on. And unfortunately, he shouldn't rely on Sami Khedira. If we get Locatelli, fine. But I want Khedira off the wage bill. I'm sorry. So there we go. This is my little bitty tiny rant about Sami Khedira. Thank you to Gonzalo Higuain for playing for us, for the memories. As I said, hasta luego, Pipita. On Sunday, we will face Novara early in the morning. So we'll see if that game is actually televised outside of Italy. If it is, I'll be there. See you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, following La Panchina, we've just created an Italian Serie A Fantasy League for you guys to join. Down below is a description, the code, everything you need to do to join that league. Is just for fun, but the winner gets a prize. So stay tuned and see you next weekend for the La Panchina watch party for sure. And maybe you'll see another video from the Juve therapy just before the Juve Sampdoria. Of course you will. See ya.